Hey, we're doing the Rocky Horror Picture Show reviews and summation. That's not the right word.
Okay, Rocky has nothing to do with the wrestling. We've never even seen those movies.
No.
We're talking about the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Okay. So the movie is about Brad Majors and his new fiancée, Janet Weiss. And after becoming engaged, I guess?
Yeah, because he kind of asked
After he
out.
proposes.
Yeah.
They rush off from the wedding that they were at. And
To go find Dr. Scott.
yeah, the old high school teacher. But on the way the car breaks down, so they're forced to walk a mile back to a mysterious looking castle. And inside they meet servants of the master there.
And the one who answers the door, Riff Raff is the one who answers the door.
And yeah, we just get introduced to Columbia Magenta and Riff Raff through a song called Time Warp. It's musical.
Of course.
But Brad and Janet witness a Transylvanian convention, and the master, Dr. Frankenfurter, who has the castle, I guess, is performing the convention, setting it up.
That was kind of creepy on the inside.
They're very freaked out, to say the least, when they see Frank coming from his elevator.
Of course. Sweet.
And they're invited, Brad and Janet are invited to witness his latest experiment, which
He's
is
making his blonde and tan, handsome Rocky.
creation called Rocky Horror. And it's a movie that makes fun of every single science fiction movie before Star Wars. It's a pretty old movie, it's from the 1970s. And Brad and Janet are witness lots of weird stuff.
That, like,
It's very twisted.
yeah, they would have, like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure you would be freaked out in the same situation. I know I would.
Yeah.
Just be like,
And Frank teaches them that you can love anyone,
Yeah.
no gender.
Yeah, like, there's
matters at
no,
all.
like, special gender that you're supposed to love. You could it depends on who they are.
And they're freaked out through it, but at the end, they sort of learn what Frank was trying to do through a floor show where they dress up in fishnets and corsets.
It's so funny.
It's a very twisted movie, but
And in the end, they kill.
it has a very good lesson. We can't tell you the end. It was based on the play The Rocky Horror Show in England, I think.
One of those places in that area.
And the actors and actresses in Rocky Horror that played Riff Raff, Magenta, and Columbia were also in the original play. But Brad and Janet are recast. And Tim Curry, who plays Frank Further, was in both. And it had so much success as a play that Fox came to Richard O'Brien, the creator, who also plays Riff Raff, and wanted to make a movie with it.
Really? I didn't know he was the writer. I did not know that. I just learned something brand new. That's cool.
And they released it in England. It was doing pretty okay at the box office. It was just another movie.
Yeah.
But in the US, it bombed very badly. And so, the Waverly Theater is it New York, I think?
I wouldn't know.
They decided to play the movie at midnight showings, and some cities started catching on to that, and pretty soon throughout the country, multiple cities and multiple states, pretty much all of them, were playing Rocky at midnight, where people would come every Saturday night and dress up as their favorite characters and reenact it in front of the screen. And they would shout out lines making fun of it since they've seen it so many times, and throw props like rice at the wedding scene, and
It's just
it
fun.
became a cult classic.
Yeah.
And anyone has seen it or at least heard of it. And
I remember when we went.
Yeah.
Ricky was this guy Ricky was sitting in front of us. It was hilarious. He kept shouting stuff out. He was so funny. I remember him.
we can't really tell you much of the story. It's one of those
Like
things you
it's
have to
like
see for
yeah,
yourself.
it's one of those things you have to see, or else it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's made like over $150 million from midnight showings alone. So that's a ton of money. And Fox has never pulled it from a theater, I don't think. They've never taken it out. It's the same old films from the 70s, so they're looking pretty old and scratched up and stuff, but it's still pretty good. You can still watch it.
I think we pretty much covered everything.
Pretty much. In our next blog, we'll be talking about shock treatments.
Which is the second one.
Sorta.
Kind of. A
It's
little
more
bit.
After
It's the same characters, kind of.
after Fox realized how much of a cult it was becoming, they wanted to build on that success and bring in some more money.
Yeah.
So
Even though they didn't have enough money for the whole to like cast in different places.
Richard O'Brien created he wrote a true direct sequel. It was like Rocky Horror Part 2. But because some of the original cast couldn't come back,
Like Brad and Janet.
Yeah, he had to rewrite a whole new story for Brad and Janet and recast the actors that played them in Rocky Horror.
Because the actors can come back. We shouldn't be telling about this. No, shh.
Okay, forget everything I said about shock treatment. It has to do a lot with Rocky, so
You'll
just
see.
watch the next blog.
Well, yeah, just watch it. Just watch it.
It'll be interesting for Rocky fans.
Yeah. We're those Rocky fans.